Hi everybody. So the question was asked today, level 5, lesson 7, which is TION and SION. And what are some good things that we can use to review that? Both as a tutor, I know that when you're first learning, that one's a little bit tricky. And for students. And students of all ages. This particular student that the inquiry was sent to me about is older. So what are some things that we have that are good for older students too? So, hi, my name is Lynn Hazelman, and I am the owner of the 20% Club, where we help remediate students with struggling to read, usually due to dyslexia. So, first thing, we've got this companion notebook. These are on or about page 80. This one, oh, that's level 6. So it would start on or about page 87. So this is the level 5 stuff. And let's just remember very quickly that you are going to use TION all the time unless it's after a naughty short letter. Okay? Those are the 3 things that I think about. Naughty short letters. N, short vowels, and L's. N, naughty short letters. Short, naughty letters. Whatever you want to put it in, whatever order is cool with me. But really, this is a good decision tree that's, again, available. It's in their notebook. It's ready for them to use. You might want to tab it for them and I would take maybe a sticky tab and I would just probably write TION, SION and stick it in there so that they can find it really quickly. But again, we're going to use, if you hear Jean, SION all the time. If you hear Shun, TION all the time, unless what? Unless it's a naughty short letter, short naughty letter, whatever. And then this is the level 6 page. So this is what you would use with silent E. We drop, so the only time that we drop and we use the SION is after dear, sweet. So letter D, letter S, DE, SE, after MIT. That's it for that one. Otherwise, you're going to use TION. There's a little word bank for you at the bottom here. And then again, after vowel R, so this is level 7. So that's the easiest of them all. I kind of think about TION and SION as fractions. You learn them in 3rd grade and then 4th grade and then 5th grade. Keep learning them. That's kind of how TION, SION is. So the other thing that we have is we have a spelling success game. Again, this might be for younger kids. But this is a great, fantastic game. So if you think your older student might enjoy playing this game, this is fantastic review. So the way that we start this is everybody has to get 2 cards, depending on how much time you have. Sometimes I'll do 1. But the long version of this game is that everybody starts with 2 cards here. Player number 1 has to figure out what rule to use here. Now, as a side note, we have this game also here as regular cards. So if you're working in person, this game is always available for your student. And it works the exact same way. It looks the exact same way. So the word is attention right now. So we're going to look right before the TION. Oh, that's a letter N, one of the naughty ones. That's going to be answer number 4. Boom. Yes, proceed anywhere. I'm going to roll the dice. I got a 1. Next person's turn. Discriminate, A, the long A, shun. Answer number 5. Why, yes, you got that right. I'm going to roll the dice. And this person got a 3. So right here. Now, we're going to keep going. Let's say the next person, this blue car here. So the strategy here is to get both your cars to the end. So your blue car always has a choice. They can advance this car here, or they can start this car and have both of them moving at the same time. We play that nobody can land on the same square twice. So if this blue car if it didn't have another move, and it landed on number 3, this red car would have to go back to the start. So that's how we play. Again, when we have plenty of time to play, we play with both cars. This is a great review game. Okay, another review that you can do, we have lots of games in the Dyslexia Tutoring Toolkit. This is available for about $20, a one-time fee. It's fantastic. It's where a lot of the tutor games are developed in here. Other tutors from around the world and country have put games in here. So this is a fantastic place. I usually check, try and isolate the skill that the student is struggling with. But here's something very similar. Here's a very similar game. Which is find the correct spelling rule. So somebody has developed this, actually, My Multiplication Magic, that is Sue Bridgman, and she is the one who owns this site. She's a super good tutor. I will say there are times where there are edits on some of these. So sometimes I find them. You can just send an email to them and generally somebody will fix it. So we're looking at the word revision on this one. I hear jean at the end. So that is going to be this one. So again, this isn't super cutesy. This would be a great thing for adults, college kids, high schoolers to be able to use to do a quick review. Infection. Well, it's definitely after a consonant. It's not a naughty or a letter, not an N or an L, but it is after most consonants, okay? And then you can keep going through the end there. Other games that are available. Let's see. This is a boom game. You can always play boom. Boom is one of the games that most of our kids really like a lot. I feel like this is a very appropriate game for all ages. There's a million varieties to this. Let's just quickly review how to play boom really quick. I'm going to deal a card, tradition, okay? I need to know, is it TION or SION? That's after a short vowel. You might have to look it up. I obviously know that that's a TION. Okay, so do you want to go again? I'm the student right now. Yes, I want to go again. Okay, subtraction, okay? That's after a consonant, TION. Do you want to keep going? You have 2 points right now. Do you want to keep going? Yes, I want to keep going. Okay, injection. Now we have 3 points. That's another TION after most consonants. Oh no, boom. All those 3 points are gone. So they get 0 points for that round. You know, if they would have stopped at 2, they would have kept their 2 points. But if you keep going and you get the boom card, boom, your turn is over and you get 0 points for that particular round, okay? Obviously, you can earn more points later, but not for that round. This is working on phrases. This is a quick one that obviously somebody was struggling just with probably mapping the words that come after the letter N with shun. And this tutor probably developed this so that the students could really see that it is kind of a 50-50 split between the two. So this is just a quick sort, but I would have my student read prevention, invention, mention, detention, tension, attention, going on and on. Okay, so I would finish that up. Great game for older kids, super easy. Get some repeated, some reading in for that one. This one looks like you got to have your volume on. I probably wouldn't play this game. It's pretty short, and I usually need stuff that's longer. So there's a couple resources, and then we also have in our, we also have the tic-tac-toe boards, and usually the last one always has something really a little bit more challenging, TION or SION. Again, you can go ahead and review. These are appropriate for all ages. And finally, we have the would you rathers, and you can just scroll down to 5.7. That would be like, again, this would be more fluency than working specifically on spelling. So there's a couple additional resources, additional ways that I would talk to kids who need drilling down on this spelling rule. It's complicated. It seems more complicated than it is, in my opinion, but a lot of students struggle with that. Biggest thing is that you know, you are taking the guessing away. They don't have to guess anymore. There are strategies. We want them to use their strategies all the time, which would involve stopping and thinking through the rules. And, you know, if they haven't committed them to memory, certainly grabbing that decision tree is a great tool for them. So, and then lastly, you know, remember the YouTube always has I've already gone back and redone all the teaching for you. So you can always pop over to our YouTube channel and look for lesson 5.7. That will have another tutorial. So this is Lynn, over and out. Good luck with 5.7 and the SION and SION stuff. And let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks. Bye.